Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So, just recently, Kim Kardashian and her sister Khloe Kardashian were all in the news and the media because of some stuff that was said during a segment on their show, The Kardashian Show. I don't actually watch the show, but a lot of the stuff that they put out there and put on the show does go viral. But one particular thing, like I said, that's having them all in the media now that Kim Kardashian said, was that she was thanking Tristan Thompson and I guess singing his praises, if you will, for being, and I quote what she said, a good father, and talking about how he's a good friend, how he looks out for her and her kids, and he steps up and, fills in that void, if you will, looks out for her children and takes care of Khloe's children, which is his responsibility anyways. Had this man looking like he was father of the year, if you will. Now, everybody remembers or everybody knows by now that Tristan has 4 children. He first had a child for his ex-girlfriend, Jordan, like 7 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. That relationship went to the trash after he allegedly cheated on her with Khloe. They still have, he still has that one son for her. She's taking care of him. Then he moved on and went to Khloe, and he had his first daughter with Khloe, which is true, if I'm not mistaken. Then he had, the surrogate baby, which was the baby boy that he had with Khloe Kardashian. Then he was messing around with Mary Lee, who was a trainer, if I'm not mistaken, whatever she does for a living. And he had another baby boy with her. So he's got 4 children out there that he has to be accountable for and responsible for. Now, I said all that because I'm going somewhere with this. So when Jordan's sister came out, she was saying, I tried to refrain from saying anything about this dude, about this goofy situation that we're now all involved in because of the respect that I have for my sister. And once again, she didn't want all of their business out there. She didn't want anything to be said that she was speaking negatively on the father of her nephew. But after seeing that segment from their show, she really couldn't just hold it back anymore. And I feel like people are failing. They always fail to extend some kind of grace and mercy, even if it's just a little bit, to some of these people. Like, she could have said a whole lot of stuff. She could have been dragging him for Phil. She could have cussed him out. She could have said a lot of stuff about this dude, especially considering what happened to her sister, but she chose not to be respectful and to be the bigger person. Now, I believe she has the right to say what she has to say, to speak her piece, and to call him out for the goofy stuff that, like I said, he likes to do. All this crazy mess that now they're all involved in. She did her best to set the record straight. For one, people like to make a lot of assumptions. One thing that she was saying is that her sister is not getting child support from Tristan Thompson for that child, for his oldest son that he had for Jordan. Or at least that he hasn't been paying it for a while. And hasn't been paying the child's school tuition, allegedly. And I know she said that on purpose because people assumed, for all the obvious reasons, that she was getting child support from him and that should have sufficed, where that situation was concerned. But we've said multiple times before, it takes more than just child support. Yes, that is the least that the guy could do since he's not taking care of the kid, but he also still needs to be involved in the life of the child. It's not right to say, oh, they have a bunch of money. She's doing fine for herself. That's very detached if you ask me, but it's not right to say that and make it seem like she'll be fine without the money, or with the money even, the child will be fine, because the child still needs that presence, their father in their life. They need that support. They need him there. The craziest part about that part of the situation is that it doesn't even apply because, like I said, allegedly, he hasn't even been paying child support to the child for the child. This woman has been taking care of this child by herself, essentially. Allegedly. She also pointed out, which I do think needs some more attention, and they do need to be called out for this, that like I said, Kim is up here sitting on this show talking about how much of a great father he is, but you don't get the Father of the Year award when you don't take care of all of your kids. There's a term that the Bible uses for men who don't take care of their family and their responsibilities. Y'all should look that up in the Bible, what the Bible says about those kinds of men. Yeah. But anyways, Jordan's sister Kai was basically saying that Kim Kardashian was wrong, like 2 left feet, for using her platform, for using the Kardashians' platform to basically make it look like Tristan Thompson was this good father that allegedly he is not. Yes, he's around for Khloe's children, for the children he has with Khloe, and like I said, that's his responsibilities anyways. But how are you up here with 4 children for 3 different women, picking and choosing the lives of which children you're going to be in, but still being labeled a good father? And then on top of that, choosing to look after some other woman's children that's not your children before you looked out for the rest of your children, the ones that you chose not to, the ones that you kind of just, forgot that you had, selectively forgot that you had. And let's talk about that for a moment. Once again, I'm going to be petty today and remind everybody that this is the same Kim Kardashian who chose to divorce Kanye. I've already said I thought that their union was a match made in hell. It was ridiculous. The two of them should have never been together. Nothing really good came out of it. But they got together and they had kids. She decided she didn't want to be with him anymore. I'm not falling for his mental health was too much for her to take. She knew he had issues before she got with him. So like I said, I'm not buying that. But she chose to divorce him. She literally chose to be a single baby mama. So all of that, he's stepping up and stepping in and being a good father figure to the kids, as if, like I said before, their father doesn't exist out here somewhere, is ridiculous to me. And it's also ridiculous to me that Khloe's, the father of her children, is the one that's involved with Kim Kardashian and her children. It's shady as well, because why is your sister's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever in the heck he is to her these days, why is he involved with your kids? Why is he playing with your kids like that's their father? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if something happened between the two of them, if you get my drift. And if something happens between the two of them, I'm not going to be here for anything Khloe has to say. Because we're going to be even more petty, because when it came to the other Jordan and him being raggedy and putting his raggedy lips on her because he clearly has no self-control and he's not in her presence. And then she ripped that girl to shreds and had all her fans and followers harassing her and talking about her like a dog, allegedly. She didn't want to take accountability for that. Like I said, this man has shown her he can't be trusted outside of her presence, and probably not even within her presence, that he's known for doing raggedy things, and instead of confronting him, she would rather drag the other women, especially when it was him, his lack of accountability, his disrespect, his piss poor decisions. But like I said, she better hope don't nothing happen between the two of them. But even if it did, I highly doubt she would drag her sister like she drugged Jordan. But anyways, and back to Jordan Craig and her sister Kai. She called him out, as she should have, for picking and choosing which children he wanted to be involved with. There's no telling how long it's been since he's seen that child that he made with Marley. Kai is already putting him on blast for not being involved with her nephew. But he's all over the internet taking pictures with playing with Khloe's children, being involved with Kim Kardashian's children. Once again, not his children. Those children have a father, and Kim needs to stop being raggedy and take them kids to see their father and stop letting them play with him as if that's their father. If Kim was thoughtful, or decent for that matter, yeah, I said it, she would have stood in solidarity with Jordan and Marilee and said, you know what, I'm not going to say he's a good father. He might be cool with me and to Khloe. He's over here, but I'm not going to say he's a good father because that's reserved for the men who take care of all of their kids, not choose and pick which ones they want to take care of. That he's an involved father with Khloe's kids, but that's about as far as it goes. And even with that, there have been a lot of people speculating and pointing out that he does seem like the type of guy whose fatherhood is conditional. It's predicated on whether or not he can be involved with the mother of those children. There are a lot of people out here who have relationships set up like that. The father of their child wants to be involved still, some kind of friends with benefits type thing, or I come over here and screw you, and then you letting me screw you is what's going to get you the money for the kids. But whenever the woman draws a line and said, no, we made this child, we're going to take care of this child, whether or not we're together, we're going to do this together. And I'm not giving you nothing on the side for you doing what's right. Like I said, this is speculation and allegation. I don't know if it's 100% true, but if it is, shame on him. Shame on him for real. I know one thing for sure, being involved with Khloe does get him something. Being on that show, he does get something out of it. So it is very easy and understandable why people would draw that kind of conclusion. The bottom line is, contrary to what Kim Kardashian said about him, you are not a good parent just because you are involved in some of the lives of the kids that you help procreate. Him choosing to be in the lives of half the kids that he has, whose mother conveniently happens to be the woman that has the most money, influence, clout, if you will, out of all of these women that he's been involved with, and choosing to not be involved with the first child he had with a woman that he was with before all this mess started, and the other child that he didn't want to claim that was birthed by the other woman that he didn't want to claim, does not make you a good father. Acting like you are the stand-in father for a set of kids that is not your kids, that have a father who wants to be involved with them, does not make you a good father. I'm glad that they called him out for being selective where his paternity, if you will, his fatherhood, if you will, is concerned. Glad she low-key called Kim Kardashian out, because that woman is about as out of touch as the day is long. And I'm glad she set the record straight for her sister. At least somebody is looking out for Jordan, her sister. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think of all of this down in the comments below respectfully. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all have a blessed day.